hell all the time, really, I suppose. Although we don't really admit it.
It's a matter of us all sitting down and analysing and eventually ending up with what Yes music is.
The fact that Roundabout was a big success is a very knife-edge subject.
But I think if you listen to music through the years, we've never done anything that sounds anything like anything else we've done.
If you're a good group, you don't settle for less than as good as you can go.
Tonight it's live music and conversation with Yes guitarist Steve Howe.
And then we put the voices on. I thought of the recorders, so we put the recorders on. And then we put a few more vocals on, and we'd finish the first half. And then we'd either sometime during that recorded the second half. And so they were slipped together. And we had, we'd set ourselves a sort of a style, really, of having the first half was arranged in the sense that it was constructed in that way. But I've seen a good people was sort of played, and we just went in and played it, you know. Mind you, the end was very complicated. We've never played the end of I've Seen Good People like we do. Not because we can't, but because it goes down. It progresses down through different keys. I've seen good people turn their heads, you know. And that's not really very practical on stage, because the number wouldn't end right. We always end it very up.
I think every track that we approach to do, we're all looking to do something different. You know, I think if you listen to music through the years, we've never done anything that sounds anything like anything else we've done.
Yes will continue on WMMR.
America is like this, and English pop stations are even more so. I mean, they literally invented the 3-minute record, you know, I mean, it ends at 3 minutes. There's areas where we were getting exposure that we really enjoyed, and that was, sounds a bit sort of smarmy this, but like Radio 3 played us, you know. I mean, if Radio 3 in England plays you, it means an immense amount, because they really only play classical music all day, you know. And we started to play Yes here and there, and the Sunday Times started to write Yes's new record, Close to the Edge, you know, an epic, you know, so obviously you start to think, this is all right, you know, who needs 3-minute singles now when we're getting so far with what we're doing? We didn't even consider it. If you're a good group, you don't settle for less than as good as you can go. So we have to argue, and we have to disagree, we have to change plans. Somebody changes, I don't want to fly there, and I want to fly here. Let's fly out of this place and go there, don't let's stay there on a day off, you know. We're constantly changing the whole environment around us. So we all have different priorities. As I said to you all, we're all very, very different. We're not like Jerry and the Pacemakers or something. There's a certain image of a group that wear the same clothes, that think the same, that want the same thing. We all want different things, but we all cross paths at the point, you know, that we know Yes. But it's not easy. I wouldn't say, oh, this group's so happy that it's easy. No, it's very difficult.
We'll be back with more Yes. Here's drummer Alan White.
John usually has more of a song together, and the musical arrangements come from either himself or the rest of the band, depending on what instrument they're playing, affecting the kind of song it is. So maybe you'll be doing a song, and I'll say, well, I have this piece of music that would fit great in there, you know, and you put it in, we try it one day, and it just clicks like that. So there you have it, you know, it takes its direction that way sometimes, as detours. But usually it's a matter of us all sitting down and analysing and eventually ending up with what Yes music is.
Leadership is difficult because I think it fluctuates through the mixture of everybody has certain concrete ideas and certain airy-fairy ideas, if you know what I mean. I mean, I can think up 100 things I'd love to do that I can't do. And I can also think up 100 things I can do. Now, when we come together, some of these ideas I can't do have got to be tried out. But obviously, I'm not too hurt when they don't get, and some of my concrete ideas get going. So, likewise, John's very good at saying, thinking up something, and then maybe an hour later we find we can't do that. We have to change it a little bit and fit Chris's bit in or fit my bit in.
Yes will continue on WMMR. Steve Howe.
It's almost very hard to recollect accurately what happened, but I know we were travelling around England, and we would have these odd sessions when we get together. So this song sort of evolved really out of the stance of a solo guitar introduction, you know, which was something quite different. Playing on, you know, I thought, well, I have to do this. This sounds really good at the beginning. And then I had the introduction leading into the sequence of chords, you know, down, 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 down. So, John says, oh, I like that, you know, you got any words for it? I said, I haven't even got a melody, you know, I mean, it's just this. And John said, got enthusiastic and wanted to write some words, so he threw out a few ideas, scribbled down a bit, and then we started to get to the point where we played it to Chris, and Chris came in and said, oh, you maybe ought to make that a major chord there, you know, and that sparked off an idea where I went into majors instead of minors, and then by the time we got in the studio, we re-injected more ideas from everybody. We were never that interested in singles. In fact, the fact that Roundabout was a big success is a very knife-edge subject with us, because, I mean, I'd say 90% we're very happy about it. It helped us to sell more albums, which brought our albums into more houses, more children heard it, more people heard the album because of Roundabout.
When we talked to Rick Wakeman of Yes, then the first part of a two-part